not quite sure the significance of why he has a plaza, but he does.
In this video, we are visiting Dallas, Texas.
And we're going to go to the 6th floor museum and Dealey Plaza. And we're going to take a trip up to the top of the Rendezvous Tower and show you the city from above. And we're going to go for lunch.
We're going to Gas Monkey Garage.
That's right. We're going to go to Gas Monkey Garage for lunch, and then possibly take a trip over to the George W. Bush Museum / library. Let's roll that introduction footage, and we'll see you on the other side. So our first stop, when we got to Dallas, was the 6th floor museum at Dealey Plaza, and this is the book depository where Lee Harvey Oswald hid out when he shot President Kennedy. And the whole 6th floor of this building is set up as a museum, and it takes you through the story of what happened that day, and even takes you back into kind of what happened in that time. President Kennedy was on a tour of Texas. He had made other stops, and he had flown into Dallas, and he was meeting with the governor, and they were taking essentially a drive through downtown Dallas, and at that time it was a convertible limousine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they were going down Main Street. They turned onto Houston Street, and then over onto, what was the other street?
Elm Street.
Elm Street, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was right in front of the book depository, and that's where he was fatally shot. So the museum didn't allow you to take video, and so we did a lot of pictures, and we've put them together in a short slideshow. We'll show you that now. What did you think?
Of the museum?
Yes.
I thought it was a great piece of history, and I thought all the presentations, all the little, what would you call them? Displays were great. I enjoyed the little movies that they showed, and like I say, it was a great piece of history that I was around to see.
After we left the 6th floor museum, we went outside into Dealey Plaza. And that's where the grassy knoll that was suspected to have another shooter is located.
Right, and you can walk right along the street and walk right by the place where the president was shot. And they've actually got X's on the street showing where the limousine was at each particular impact of the bullet. It was really interesting, and
it was, especially if you lived during that time where President Kennedy was assassinated.
Right.
He was president from 1960 until his assassination in 1963.
And that was really, it really was something that we wanted to see, and it was kind of neat to be able to get there and see that. This is Dealey Plaza. This plaque was put here commemorating back in November 22nd, 1963 of the assassination of President Kennedy. And if you look over this way, that is the grassy knoll that is referred to in a lot of the eyewitnesses saying that there was possibly a second shooter from that area. It was never proven. So this is Main Street and Hudson Street. The presidential motorcade came down Main Street, turned onto Hudson, and then went up to Elm here. So the presidential motorcade came down Houston and turned onto Elm Street here. And as it made the corner, as you can see the red or the white X's in the street there and there, those were where the two fatal shots took place. This direction over here, you'll see the book depository building where Lee Harvey Oswald shot the president. 3 shots were fired. The first one missed. The second 2 hit the president and the governor of Texas. The statue here is George Dealey. He is the man whose this plaza was named for. He was a newspaper editor, and I'm not quite sure the significance of why he has a plaza, but he does. Yeah. And then we walked up the street a little bit, and we went into Rendezvous Tower. Right. And it's a large observation tower that you can go up to the top of. I think there's a hotel underneath it. Oh. A Regency, Hyatt Regency Hotel. Right. But you can go up to the tower. And
there is a fee to go up.
Right, right. You have to pay for that. It's not a freebie. But you can go to the top of the tower, and they have a snack bar up there, and then a large walk-around observation area that you can walk outside and see a great view of the city, including the book depository and Hudson Street and Main Street and such. Right. Yeah, it was pretty neat. You can look over Interstate 35 and see the traffic jams. And Interstate 20, which goes north and south, and see the traffic jams. Right. Yeah, but you can also see all the buildings. Here's an average tourist. You know, dear, I think I found dinner.
Found what?
I think I found dinner. McDonald's, right down there. The Golden Arches. And then we went and had lunch.
At Gas Monkey Garage.
Gas Monkey Garage. So if you are fans of the TV show, you know that Richard Rawlings has a restaurant, and that's in the Dallas area. And we took a drive out to that. and had an okay lunch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the food was okay, but the service was wonderful, and it's not too expensive, so it's a good location, to stop for a meal.
Right. We went there at lunchtime. It wasn't really too busy. We did look around at the merchandise they had for sale. I don't think we bought anything.
Yeah, I don't think
Right.
anything.
So what'd you think? Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
I think we came more to see what it was and what it was like. The food was okay. I had a turkey wrap, and there was more wrap to turkey. So the french fries were very good, and the service was excellent.
Yeah. The atmosphere was kind of neat. It was a different place. I had a barbecue plate, and it was okay, but it wasn't great. It wasn't the best barbecue I've ever had, but it was okay.
Yeah, and it's well worth a visit.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
So then we went over to the George W. Bush Presidential Library, and that's on the grounds of Texas A&M University. And we went in and walked around that. And if you haven't been to presidential museums before, they're really kind of interesting. You don't have to be particularly a fan of the president whose museum you're going to, but they're really just like a little time capsule of those 4 or 8 years that person was the president. And you get to kind of walk around and relive a lot of the events that happened during that time.
Right, it's very interesting. Plus, they also bring in Laura Bush's different gowns that she wore to different events. And they do have a replica of the Oval Office in there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We get to kind of walk through that, and they have the desk, and I think they let you could sit at the desk and get your picture taken if you wanted to.
Right.
Yep. And then you can actually, and this one is kind of realistic in that you can actually walk outside to the courtyard that would have been outside the Oval Office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah, I think there was even a thing on the dogs.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's definitely something to check out if you're in the Dallas area. We really enjoyed Dallas.
We did. It was, for us, it was visiting a piece of history with President Kennedy, and also with George W. Bush, his library and museum.
Yep. Yeah. Dallas was a nice visit. I'm sure you're going to tell us there's all kinds of other things that we didn't see in Dallas, and if there's something we missed, definitely put it in the comments so that we can catch it the next time we're in that area. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up.
And subscribe to our channel.
Yep, we post videos on a weekly basis, so if you would like to hit the bell so that we'll send you a notification when we put a new video up, that would be awesome. Mm-hmm. And we'll
see you down the road.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. How was that?
I think we can make something work out of that.